Hi everyone, just filming a short introduction to today's video. Having a beautiful part here. This is actually a World War II site that I'm on this time. The borders are back open so I can move around a bit more. Yeah, as you can see, the sun is shining. I was here last year, but it was raining so hard that I had to give up the hunt, but I did find some pieces of an S mine, some various other bits and pieces. But I'm back here now with the other metal detector. I was using the Garrett last time. This time I've got the Macro Multi-Cruiser. I'm really interested to see what comes up. There are some bunkers here. Oh, that's not good. Poor little one. Try not to touch his wings. Come on. Try and save him if I can. Come on. Yeah. No. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah, he's pulling himself out of there. It's sunny, hopefully it'll dry off. Yeah, good deed for the day. So I'll leave you guys to it, and I'll be back with you in the first find. Moving on. I just wanted to film this just shortly. Such a beautiful day here. All the birds are singing. It's been raining a lot, so the ground is wet and full of worms, so I'm guessing they're very happy. And as you can see, there are these large dugout trenches in this area that snake off and come all the way around, and they're all the way in the forest up here. So I'm going to have a look around here first and then head into the wilderness. Okay, moving on. Well, that's my first two finds for today. It's Lebel ammunition. It's a French ammunition which the Germans adopted. It was the first smokeless bullet that was made. Yeah, they were close together, two holes side by side, but this one's a live one, so I can't take that. That's unfired. Guessing I'll find a lot of that. I can take the case, but I do have a lot of them. This one's a bit broken. Yeah, cool to start the day with those. Moving on. Well, I think I'm going to find a lot of this today. This is part of a shell, and you can see that the ring, hopefully you can see that, the ring is still attached to it. You can see the striations, the markings. That means it's been fired. I mean, you can see it's been fired, it's blown up. But yeah, I think I'll find a lot of that. That was just under the surface, so it could have been dug up before and left there. Don't know. There is one target I want to dig up today that I found but didn't have time to dig up. Could be something interesting, could be nothing, but I'll keep you posted. Moving on. Yeah, well, that wasn't quite what I was expecting. Although I don't know what I was expecting. It's not ticking. But as you can see from my hand, that's a big shell. It's unexploded, so I'm going to put that back. I'm going to mark it, and I'm going to let the authorities know that that's here. Yeah, but there you go. First unexploded shell for today. Now, put that back gently in its hole. Yeah. Okay. Whew. Moving on. Well, guys, that's a tip of one of the shells. It's broken off. I'm not sure if that's safe, so I'm going to put that back and again report it. There is an iron signal by it, so I'm guessing the rest of it is actually still in the hole. I'm not going to do any more with that. Moving on. Well, there's a bigger tip off one of these shells. It's the same one as the last one. Yeah, you can see that it's hollow. Yeah, they're cool to find. Yeah, and this is not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for something more interesting, but maybe you guys find that interesting. But that one I might take. No other signals by it, so there's nothing unstable as far as I'm aware. Moving on. Okay guys, I have to be a little bit careful in this area because I don't know if you can see at the base of that tree. I guess you can't see that. There's a tiny little boar piglet and mummy boar. Oh yeah, there. Mummy boar is here somewhere. I've just seen her. Okay guys, I don't know if you could hear the little sounds that he's making, but I'm going to back off. I know she's down there somewhere. And actually that's that area that I wanted to go to, but I think not today. Oh. I will head over in that direction. See what I can find over there. A little bit disappointing. I'm lovely to see them. They're beautiful little creatures. Mummy boar was a bit bigger, and mummy boar can do me some damage. So, signal I really want to get to, I have to leave. But yeah, I'll have a look around, see what else I can find. Carefully, moving on. Well, I don't know if that's the bottom of a shell. It could be. It's quite heavy. Yeah, calm down a bit after seeing the boar. I have to be careful, obviously, in these woods. It seems there may be more of them. And yeah, so if you don't see this video, well, then you'll never know what happened to me. But yeah, okay, moving on. Yeah, I won't keep filming these, but that's another tip off a shell. You can see the thread there where it was screwed in. Yeah. Moving on. Well, I might have just found something interesting. It's down in the hole. I haven't got it yet. So let's get it together. I don't know if you can see that, but whoa. That's the button. Yeah, okay. But that's a cool button. I mean, it's huge. I don't know if there's anything on it. Probably have to take that home to clean it up. Yeah. Don't know if it's war related. I'm guessing it's older. But we'll take a look at that later and see if there's anything interesting on it. Yep, cool. Moving on. That's my next find, guys, a round ball. I've already found another one or two of them. I won't keep filming them. But I'm on the war site, but you can still find much older history here. I mean, obviously the boar being here means that there's been hunters here for hundreds of years. Yeah, I'm moving on. And that's my first bullet tip for today. I won't be filming any more of these if I find a load of them. I just came across the edge of this small dugout here. So I'll have a look around here. There's I think another one just over there. Have a look around here. That's beautiful here. When the boars aren't nearby. Although I like the boars, but not at this time of year. Okay, moving on. And a werewolf bullet in amongst all these shrapnel and rubbish. It's Winchester. Yeah, kind of cool. Moving on. Just for amusement, I thought I would show this. Can you see what it is? Probably not. Now can you see what it is? Yeah, it's the remains of a piece of chain. Yeah. Just thought I would show that, and I thought that was a funny find. Moving on. Well guys, that I think is an unexploded head off one of the German shells. Not sure, maybe you guys know better than me with that, but I don't think that's safe. I mean, it might be safe after all these years, but I'm going to put that back in the hole and report that just in case. I think I have seen that before. Yeah, moving on. And that, folks, is a blue-tipped 50 caliber, which is likely American. French used it too, because they used a lot of the American equipment. Yeah, I said I wouldn't find any, show you any more bullet tips, but this is the 50 cal one, the first one I found. Thought I'd show you this. Moving on. And that, guys, is why it's dangerous on these war sites. Again, look at the size of this. It's unexploded war head. I'll have to report that. I'll put that back. Yeah, number 2 of that size today. Moving on. And that, guys, is number 3. Not as big as the others, as you can see. You can see the ring where it's been fired. The head is missing off this one. It was bottom end down in, but the head was up on the surface. So yeah, have to mark that, report that. Gosh, there's so many of them here. Moving on. Take a look at these guys. Some of these are absolutely massive, and they're all on their way to have a feast in here. It's like one giant party of these orange slugs. Yeah, I'm not that hungry today. Maybe one day. Moving on. Well, everyone, what the F is that? Unfortunately, it's falling apart. When I started digging, I thought at first it was possibly a helmet, but I guess it's either a water carrier or for fuel. I mean, this was heavily bombed during the war, this area, because the Germans were here. I don't know, guys. Can you help me out with an ID? It's so brittle. It's really totally falling apart. Don't know what I can do with that, whether it's too far gone. It's a cool find. Can you help me with an ID? Moving on. Well, everyone, that is live round number 4, and that's a long way down, but because it's nose down I'm going to stop digging that. I again have to mark that and report it. I think number 4 so far today. Why can't it be silver coins or something like that? Yep, moving on. Just wanted to show this one. Look at the condition of this. I can't take it, but with a cleanup that would come up beautiful. It's like brand new on the end there. Huh. Cool. Moving on. Well, I just found 2 more live rounds in the same hole, so it's like a pocket spill. A little round ball was nearby. I know they used them sometimes in the shells. Yeah, I'm going to have a little look around here a bit more, but my time is running out today. I haven't really found anything good for you guys, but hopefully you've enjoyed something. Much more to come. Moving on. Well, it's not a bullet or a piece of shrapnel. At last I have something. Don't know what's on that. Might be some lettering on there once I've cleaned it up. Did just clip it slightly on the edge there. But anyway, something other than a bullet. Moving on. And that's my next one. I think it's an old knife. Yeah. Possibly. Ah, no. That's. Oh, that could be something interesting. That could be a spoon on the back there. And looking at the shape of that, no. Take it home, clean it up, see if I can get anything a bit clearer. Moving on. Well, that's a bit of a surprise find for this video. Normally I'm featuring those in the ones that aren't on a war site, but yeah, these places have had a lot of history already. Yeah, it's an old shoe buckle, mostly intact, although the iron is starting to go, but it still has the tongue and the shape. Yeah, cool. Moving on. Well, that's something a bit different. I have no idea what that is. It's falling apart. If you guys have any idea what that is, I'll try and clean that up, but yeah, it's coming apart. Moving on. Look at this guy. Must have just fallen in the hole that I just dug. But it looks like I have something. But what do I have? A button. Okay. Well, it's something. Moving on. So this is the rundown from my hunt in the World War II area. I've got loads of these bullet casings, so I won't show them all. They're all the labels. This mystery item with the end, I've got to be careful it doesn't break off. I don't know, I've tried to clean that up. I think it's some kind of pocket knife, but I'm not sure. If you guys recognize that, then please drop me a comment. This, which was something interesting, it's got a thread on it, and there is a number. I mean, I mullered that, I did catch it with my spade, but there is a 16 on that, or doesn't look like a 91. I think it's a 16. So if you know what that is, please let me know. There is a 50 caliber bullet tip, always interesting to find. A smaller bullet tip, I guess it could be from the bell, but I'm not sure. That button, which is huge for a button, and as you can see it has some kind of pattern on it, but I don't think it's a wartime button, but I'm not sure. Maybe you can tell me. Obviously the usual shrapnel that you find everywhere. I have no idea what that thing is. Yeah, it's falling apart, so I don't think I'll be able to keep that, but yeah. And this surprise item, which obviously has nothing to do with the war, it's a shoe buckle from much older, so it's an area that's well worth me going back to have a look in. And it's mostly complete, although it's very rusted in the middle there, so I don't want to clean it any more than I have. And it did have some kind of fancy around it. It was a nice buckle at some point. Anyway guys, the main find was that World War I canteen, which you've seen earlier. It's an incredible find, and hopefully I'll find some more interesting items in the future. Please, if you're new to my channel, like and subscribe, and there's many more to come. Moving on.